Hey YouTube, my last video didn't post, but I am back on the HGC diet. Instead of starting all over, I decided to just have a cheat day and go right back into effect. And actually that worked for me because the next day I ended up losing 4 pounds the first day, and then I lost a pound, and now that brings me back to this day. So so far I've shed 5 pounds, but I was going to show you guys how to make my HGC apple pie. Usually when I do it, I have missing one ingredient, and I'll tell you guys what I'm missing, but I'm going to try it without the ingredient that I'm missing. So what I do is I take my Melba snacks, and I crush them up. Oh, they're flying. And it's kind of hard for me to do this since I am working on one hand, since my my iPad is charging right now, so I'm using one hand to get everything done. So I put them in there. Those are my Melba snacks. And I didn't have my other one earlier, so that's my Melba snack. Alright. And I usually like it smaller than this. Let me see how small I can get it. I like it smaller than this, but you know what? This is going to work. So I use that. And then, like I said, I don't like the stevia. I use the saccharin. I know you can either do the trivia or stevia or the saccharin. I hate the taste of the trivia. So I'm going to pour the saccharin. I do a pack. It's up to your taste, what you like. To me, I don't like the artificial taste that much, so I just want a little bit for the sweetener. So I just use 1 pack. And then I sprinkle in some pumpkin pie seasoning. Alright. Let me see. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm trying to see what I'm doing and let you guys see what I'm doing. So I sprinkle in some pumpkin pie seasoning. Alright. And I usually add one more thing to the top of the apples, but I don't have it. I usually do a butter flavoring, which is like what they use on the kernel, on the popcorn. But I don't have that, but I am going to show you guys just so you know. And I'm cooking my dinner too, so. But usually what I use is this and a butter flavor. But I don't have that, so I'm not using that. Alright? So this is what I usually use. Alright? But I don't have that. So, back into what I was doing. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I put it on top of the apple. And usually it's a little bit finer than this. But I put the crumble on top of the apple. Alright? I sprinkle it all in there. Okay? I sprinkle a little bit of water on my apple. I'm going to get some water. Ooh, feels like leather. Sorry, guys. So I sprinkle a little bit of water on the apple, just to help it stick a little bit better. Okay, so I sprinkle some water in the apple. And then I put water in the pan just because since I can't use my oil, and I'm using the I'm using coconut oil for my chicken. I don't want to use double up on it, so I'm just going to sprinkle it on there. There we go. That's my apple pie. And then I put it in the oven for about 15 and 20 minutes, and that's it. Alright? But since I am cooking dinner, I'm going to also show you guys what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm doing cauliflower. And you're probably wondering where this color is coming from. This is fresh cauliflower. But what I did, just because I can't have the butter and I don't want to put any oil in there, I really, really, really like the Goya. So I use Goya, and I found that that's good for cooking with my HCG, and it hasn't really messed me up any. And I'm trying to see the calorie count on there. I can't see it, but it says 0 calories. You can't see it, but it's not focusing. It has 0 calories. So I put the cauliflower in there with some water, and I just steam it, and then I don't need anything else on there. And then I'm going to pan fry. I haven't started that yet. I'm going to saute some chicken, and I'm just going to use just probably salt, pepper, and garlic, and a little bit of the coconut oil. It's on the stove because I put it in the fridge, and now I can't. It's too hard, so it's starting to melt a little bit, so I'm going to take some out. I'm just going to use a little bit to saute. And my kids are going to eat the same thing, and my husband's going to eat the same thing I'm eating. The only difference is they get, I'm so jealous. Can you see? Can you see? They get sweet potato fries. Alright, so that's the only difference. So they're going to have the same thing I'm having, the salt, and they have a bigger piece of the broccoli, not the broccoli. They'll have a bigger piece of the chicken than I'm getting because they're not on the diet. And they're going to have the cauliflower, and they're going to have the sweet potato fries. I'm just going to have the cauliflower and the chicken and my baked apple pie. Alright? Now, bye YouTube.